So he's saying, so block basically, if you're on a 1.x network, block everybody. Just make a rule that blocks all traffic from your subnet to port 53. Once done, this will stop all requests from DNS going outbound. If someone tries to manually change the DNS settings on the local client, any DNS request will time out. To make this process seamless, you can make all clients get their DNS from the router automatically. So that's from Jason. Now, okay, so if I had a server doing DHCP, well, this goes back to the same thing with the way I do SMTP traffic. You create two rules for outbound traffic. One, in this case, you do port 53. You block 53 out from everybody. And then you allow port 53, he's saying from your router, if your router is doing this, or from your server, if your server is doing DNS forwarding. Because the clients should look to the server. If you have a small business server for DNS requests, the server would send out the DNS request on the internet. Now, that's the solution, but the problem I have with that is if it's a smaller business and they've got an off-the-shelf router, they're not going to have the ability to block ports like that because those off-the-shelf routers don't have that granular settings to be able to block certain ports outbound. So the WatchGuard, SonicWall, WatchGuard, they all do this. If you have a better router that can do it, chances are your router can do things like web blocker service from WatchGuard. So if I have a good router that can do web blocker, I'm going to tell them they need to do web blocker. If they've got a off-the-shelf router that can't block selective ports like this, then I would consider using OpenDNS on a per client solution. I would still recommend the WatchGuard, but if it's a small mom and pop store, I know they're on a tight budget, I would do OpenDNS for them. It's rare that I see somebody have a router that can block selective ports and still be budget conscious to not want the web blocker service.
Right. Like you said, in a small environment, this could be, this is very much an option. But, you go past a certain number of users, you should have an appliance to do this for you.
Yeah. So you can definitely block port 53. If your router's capable of doing that, you can definitely block port 53. Only allow port 53 to go out to OpenDNS routers or OpenDNS servers. So basically you just say, look, only port 53 can go out only here, nowhere else. So if your router can do that, you can do this fix. But I haven't worked with home routers too much, but when I've checked last time, home routers can't do that. Can they, Lala?
They're getting more sophisticated. The router I have that my ISP that gave me, I can't get very granular in my rules, but again, it's the router for the folks that had listened to a couple of shows ago. I can't change the password on the router because the ISP locks it down. But hey, I can make rules all day, so.
Yeah, I'm looking at my router. I gotta link this router. Let me see. I don't think I can either. I can do different port forwarding in, but I can't. Yeah, I can't block anything going out.
Yeah, but you stated, like, the point being, if you're block. I'm sorry.
This is for those people who can block outbound ports and they want to use OpenDNS. That's a good solution.
Yeah.
But the web blocker service, let's just say a web blocker service. I quoted, somebody had to renew one the other day. I think it was like $200 to renew. Then that's for a year. So that's not that bad.
Well, it's not that bad. And then on top of it, the central management, there are just so many options that you can set on the appliance.
Yeah. And with at least with web blocker service with the WatchGuard, you can do other things, application filtering. The one problem with OpenDNS that I have also, apart from bypassing if the client knows how to do it, is it's is global. So if you've blocked Facebook from everybody on OpenDNS, no one can get to it.
Now, they do have one that you pay for. I don't know what the features are, but I wonder if that's one of the features. It's not. You can set per user the
I'd
settings.
like to know that. I'd be
Yeah, so and I haven't played with it, but if anyone is listening to this and is paying for the Open DNS paid version, please let us know. You know what the features are, what you can do, what you cannot do with the free version.
Yeah. See, like with the WatchGuard, I can define. So if I want Mary to get on Facebook, no one else, I can say, okay, Mary can get on Facebook, no one else can, or Mary and Bob.
Oh, sure. And
So it's a lot more flexible when you get into businesses.
It is.
Than just a flat global. I use OpenDNS in my house. I mean, I love OpenDNS.
No,
for certain
and
instances.
and when I used to date someone that had kids, and that's what I used at my home. But
Yeah.
what Matt is describing, I had a company I used to work for. The president went to certain gambling sites. Not that he was gambling on a job. He just liked to go on the site and view the odds in Vegas and all this other crap. But, you know, so we made the exception. So, okay, he can go to the site and no one else can. So,
And so one person walks by, hey, how come you can get to that? I can't.
yeah.
Then the politics jump in.
Hey, I just get told what to do, right? So,
I love office politics. When they start to drag me in, I said, no, look, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna come back or just call me whenever y'all made a decision. I don't want to be anywhere near this conversation.
no, I agree. Just let me know what you guys decide to do. So,
I don't need the drama.
I agree, man. All right, Matt, you got anything else on the table?
That is it tonight.
All right, just a gentle. That's a gentle reminder. What the hell did I get? Gentle reminder. Just a reminder. Our next show, which will be on. Technically, we won't be having a show April 25th. That Wednesday, I'll be in Orlando for some training for work. So our next show will be May 2nd.
Fantastic.
So just in case, I will let Steve know so he can post something. So, yep, I'll be in training and I'll be at a hotel, probably with some slow bandwidth. So doing the show won't be an option because I can't move all this crap to the hotel room. So
Yeah, it happens. That's what happens when you get to work. You sometimes can't do everything.
All right, Matt, is there anything you want to say in closing?
If you have any questions, comments, email me, Matt, M-A-T-T, at podnutz.com.
All right, do you have any questions for me? I am Lalo at L-A-L-O, podnutz.com. Working on a new product here. Got some beta testers. If you go to learntoUseMyPC.com, you'll see an under construction page because I'm not done yet. But it's a product that was targeted toward your clients. I go over 20 different topics on how to use your computer, go over things like the desktop and email, how to burn a CD, so on and so on. Taking the most common questions I've had expressed to me the last 15 years, and I just made a product of it. It will be on DVD. It's running on the final steps on completions, but look for that product in the near future. It's not really for technical people, but it will have a program where you can buy a bulk and you can resell them and make some money. So again, learntoUseMyPC.com. So
Cool.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So with that, I hope that everyone has a good week. Please be safe out there, and don't let these users stress you out. Okay, peaceful.
Yeah. Try not to.
Yeah, I know. All right, guys. Thanks for partaking in the show in the chat room. And if you're listening to this in your car, in your MP3 player, or in your whatever device you're using, thank you for listening to us. Have a good one.